Right, welcome back friends and fellow coffee enthusiasts. So for this video, I'm going to be dialing in a new coffee. This is something that my local coffee shop uses, and it's a blend by Cartwheel Coffee Roasters, and it's called Misspent Youth. It's a blend of Brazil and Ethiopian coffee, and the flavors are berry compote, nougat and toffee. I mean, seriously guys, this is one of the best coffees I've tried so far. I'm hoping to recreate the experience at home. So let's see how that goes. Okay, so I'm going to start off by weighing 15 grams of coffee. Okay. The smell is amazing. So this coffee was roasted about 4 days ago. Now ideally I should wait for at least a week before I brew the coffee, but I can't wait. Right, so that's 15 grams. Now because I'm going to use this coffee for the first time, what I like to do is get rid of the old grinds in my grinder. Now you don't have to do this every time you use the niche, but I do this if I'm using a new coffee. So although this is a zero retention grinder, you will find that there is still some bit of retention. So I use this device. I think it's called a sputum collector, is what we use for babies, and it fits very nicely on the niche. Put it on. There, you can see all the old grinds coming out. And what I also like to do before using a new coffee is to run some of the grinds through the niche. Okay. Right, this is just for demonstration purposes. I don't allow the coffee to fall onto the stand. All right. Okay. So that's what the grind looks like. So what's the ideal grind size? Now you will find many videos saying that the best way of looking at grind size is you press the coffee. Okay. And if it sticks to your hand like that, then it's probably about the right grind size. Now, in my experience, that simply does not work. Every coffee is different. In general, if it's a lightly roasted coffee, then you might need to grind a bit finer. And if it's darkly roasted, a bit coarser. But to be honest, this is just a rule of thumb. Coffees vary hugely. And sometimes when I've expected to grind finer, I found that it's much better to grind coarser. There is no substitute for taste. Okay, I'm going to put my 15 grams of coffee in the grinder. Got my bottomless portafilter with a 15 gram VSG basket. Now that has taken far longer than I expect, and I think I might need to grind it a bit coarser, but let's see what happens. It's difficult to say anything at this stage. So quick WDT. A single tap, and I'm going to use the decent damper, which is self-leveling. That's it. And then you can see it's a fairly flat surface. Could use the screen and let's see what happens. The 15 grams of coffee is in the portafilter, and the grind size for this attempt, so this is at about 15 mark on the niche. Okay, I'm going to start off with the paddle in the 7 o'clock position. Switch it on, allow the pressure to increase up to 2 bar, and stop. Slowly increase it. Pressure has gone up fairly high, up to 10 bar, and it's a fairly slow stream of coffee. So I think this is being ground really fine. So we've got only 14 grams in about 34 seconds. I need to grind it much more coarsely. So I'm going to increase the grind size. So I'm going to move it from the 15 mark to, let's say, the let's say about 17.5, and let's see what happens. Okay, let's try again. As you can see, the pressure is still high. It's fairly high, and the stream is really slow. It's taken me 38 seconds to produce 36 grams of coffee. I suspect this is going to be over extracted. Let's taste it. It looks over extracted. You can see lots of brown flakes. Now, normally, if there are a few of them, that's fine. What do those brown flakes represent is not entirely clear. Some people think that these are the fines which get trapped at the bottom of the portafilter, and if there are too many brown spots, it means that it can be over extracted. Yeah, I think it needs to go a little bit more coarser. It tastes all right, but I can taste some harshness. I can taste it's not bitter, but I can taste it's almost like a smokiness. It's not a very good extraction. So what I'm going to do is increase the grind size further. So I'm going to increase it to 19. Again, move the paddle to the 7 o'clock position. Switch it on. Now this feels a lot better. So the paddle is fully open, and I'm going to allow it to extract to about 2.5 ratio. So we've got about 39 grams of coffee. Okay, that looks a lot better. You can still see some brown spots, but they're not as many. Let's see what that tastes like. That, my friends, is beautiful. It almost, well, it's not almost, it definitely tastes floral. I can taste the blueberry, and not so much the nougat and toffee. It's almost tastes like a filter coffee. It's beautiful.